Hey guys, Jessica here with another video. Honestly, it's Saturday and I don't have plans, so I am just on Reddit looking at these different posts. Someone actually posted like a sample of their resume, and they are a junior in college and they're a political science major, which is interesting because I was also poli-sci major in school, but I switched my degree to business after talking to a bunch of lawyers. I no longer wanted to go the poli-sci route, and that was my whole reason for studying political science. Basically, I worked in a call center where so every campus normally has a group or department that focuses on getting funding for the college by reaching out to their alumni. And so when I started college, that was like the highest paying job, was to call alumni for I think it was $9 an hour. So I did that job, and then I was a call center manager. So I got a slight pay increase. But anyway, when I first started that, I talked to so many lawyers because they would put you in your program. So if you were in a nursing program, you would talk to alumni that had gone through nursing programs through the school. So anyway, that kind of caught my eye. Anyway, they were looking for summer internships. So they've posted a sample of their resume. So I'm going through it, and it's basically, you can't see that probably, but it's basically the sample, so it doesn't have their name or anything like that on there. But there's a couple things that I recommend they do, so thought I would just make a video as I'm going through it, because maybe it'll help someone else if you're working on your resume and not really sure where to start, or if your resume looks good to a recruiter, maybe this video will help. So I'm looking at their resume. First off, they have their first and last name at the top. I think that's pretty common. They have their contact information, their address, their phone number, and their email at the top. I don't really recommend placing your address at the top of your resume. You're applying maybe to different locations. Sometimes the recruiter may look at your resume and see that you're not local, and if they're only really looking for local candidates, or that's kind of the preference, that may be a hindrance for you. So I don't recommend including your address for that reason. But if you're open to that and you're only looking locally, I think it's fine. Overall, I think it's great that the contact information is at the top of the resume. You always want to put your most important information at the top of the page. And of course, contact information is important because, if I can't find your information, or if it's not even on there, yes, that happens. Some people have submitted resumes and there's no contact information on there at all. So I think that's great. Their education information is at the bottom of the resume, so I would recommend placing that at the top of the page, because if you're looking for internships, the best thing that a recruiter or hiring manager can look at to see if you might be a fit is your degree program, your GPA. This person has a 3.9 GPA, so I think that's great. They should definitely include that. I did make a video of reasons why you should not include your GPA. I'll link that below, but in this case, I think that's awesome. And then the graduation date is on here. I think that's very important. So if they just move it to the top of their page of the resume instead of the bottom, I think that's great. So with this person, it looks like their more recent experience has been a server at a restaurant, which is fine. That's great. That's kind of your job to bring in the income, but they've also had other experiences here. Like they've been an agricultural assistant. They've also had an internship before, but they've only got 1 bullet for those jobs and 3 bullets for the server job. So, you know, with this, although the server job is the most recent, and I think if it was maybe an internship, I think it would be good to put more bullets and information on what you did there. I think that would make sense. But in this case, since there are other experiences that are relevant to the internships they're looking for, I recommend actually adding more context into what they did at those internship programs, because that's what I want to know. That's great that you were a server at a restaurant. Cool. That shows me, you know, you're working different jobs. You're working throughout your college career, but I need to know what kind of skills you're doing that's relevant to the job. Now, this person said they're looking for legal assistant type of roles. So something else I recommended is to actually go out online and find those type of job descriptions. So just go into Google and look for legal assistant job descriptions. Look there and figure out what kind of skills are typically needed and use that to build your resume. You know, if you obviously with a college program, you're doing a lot of research. Legal assistants do a lot of research in their roles. There's a lot of administrative duties involved, like scheduling meetings, writing up memos. They're doing a lot of communications or writing type of work. They may be drafting legal documents or reviewing or editing legal documents. So things of that nature is what this person should definitely include. Any of that experience or any classes related to maybe research or communications, I think would be great to add in here. Just having a section that says relevant coursework would be good. And then they have some community service information here. I think that's nice to include, as long as it doesn't go past the page. I think it's good. So other than that, I don't really have too many. Oh, actually, I have one more thing with this resume. So, you know about like past and present verb tenses. So one thing that's just like a pet peeve of mine and just like a tip for your resume is to make sure that if you've held a job in the past, that you are putting your verbs in the past tense versus present tense. So if you were a server at a restaurant, for example, you developed restaurant images, blah, 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 blah. I'm reading from the resume. Instead of develop restaurant image. I don't know. It's just like a little pet peeve. Yeah, but overall, I think their resume is pretty straight to the point. It's very clean, which I think is really good for going into the legal industry. And yeah, I think they're doing a good thing. They're a junior in college, so they're adding the information that they can as far as what they've done in the past, and they've already had some internships, which I think helps to make their resume stand out. But I think they just need to sell that experience a little bit more. Let's see. That's the only thing that's jumping out to me, so I'm gonna cut this video short. But thanks for watching. Hope it's helpful for someone. If you are building out a resume or you have like questions about maybe what to include or how to include certain things on your resume, let me know. I'm happy to talk about it, especially at these moments where I'm kind of bored and I'm a little weird. I actually like to review resumes and research job related things, which means I'm in the right industry as a recruiter. But yeah, let me know if this video is helpful, and thanks for watching. Definitely like the video if you found it of value. Leave me a comment and definitely subscribe. Bye.